in. This is a glittery clown moment, which I thought I would create for you guys in case you were looking for something on the more simpler side to wear to your Halloween parties. I'm so used to doing crazy looks, but if you are into that, you can check out my Instagram. But if you want to recreate this, keep on watching. But before I start, I wanted to tell you guys that this video is sponsored by Aditimakeup. I am wearing their lashes right now in the style Hypnotize, and I'm absolutely obsessed. I've been using their lashes for months now. I do also have a discount code for you guys, which I will leave in the description below and on the screen. It's just ADD10, and you will save a little bit of money if you are thinking of purchasing any lashes from Aditimakeup. Okay guys, I'm gonna get started. I've got these TTDI contacts in. I will leave the style name below. I can't remember off the top of my head. And this wig is from Spotlight, super cheap as well. It's not that great, but like it does a job for like dress ups and like parties and stuff. Like I would say you can use them a few times. Like I've had this since last Halloween, so it's pretty alright. I prepped my base using some primer and then the Fenty Beauty Skin Tint. I'm in the shade number 10. It's the Eaze drops. I actually like this for Halloween looks because I think it gives you like super subtle coverage, but it covers enough for a nice even base. So that's basically what I did. I just evened out my base and made everything one color. You can use foundation or whatever you desire. Just make sure you set it down with powder. So I've already set this down. I'm sorry if you can hear thunder in the background. It is raining real bad. I'm just blending out this concealer on my eyelids. It's just going to create a nice base for the eyeshadows. And remember, you can really create any color scheme that you want. I'm just going to be doing like a pinky color scheme to match my hair and the background and all that, but you can really just do this in whatever color you are vibing. Using my BPerfect Cosmetics Carnival 3 palette, I'm going to be doing a soft wash of pink. I love this palette. Like, look at the colors. Oh, so good. But I'm going to be using this bright pink shade here. It is called Pink Lily, and I'm just going to be doing a quick wash of color above my crease. This can be super rough. That's what I love about Halloween looks. You don't actually have to be good at makeup. You can make it work and it'll look really good no matter what. Next, using the same brush, I'm going to be dipping into a purpley shade called Blackberry, and I'm just going to be deepening that outer corner. And because Halloween is super creepy, I'm going to be using a black eyeshadow for the outer corners, a little bit more just to deepen it up a little, because I feel like the purple is nice, but it's not scary enough. We're going for like a scary, cute clown vibe. I don't really know what this is, but it's nice. I'm just going to lightly pat this black over the lid. And I'm just going to take some pink under the eye. Don't worry if you get too much fallout, because we're going to cover up the under eye area up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to be coating my eyelashes with the Tarte Sofical Mascara. Just a really light layer. I'm just jumping around a bit, but I'm going to be doing my lips now. I'm using this Kaur Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Berri Nice. Now, using a black liquid eyeliner, I'm just going to be drawing the shape that I want. You can slightly overline your lips like I've done here. Now using a pencil brush, I'm just going to pick up some black eyeshadow and create an ombre. Using that same pink eyeshadow I picked up before, I'm going to be drawing the, I don't even know what you call those, but the things that join to the lips. I'm starting off in the inner corner and kind of just following my under eye shape and then coming down and connecting it. Now I'm just going to pat some concealer in that area just so the eyeshadow retains its pigment, and I'm just kind of going to fill the shape a bit. Now I'm just patting the eyeshadow down. Remember to pat because this will deposit the most pigment. Here I'm just filling the outline, and you guys can be quite rough with this. It doesn't really matter. You're just depositing as much eyeshadow as you can to create that solid pink color. And if you want to create a gradient, you can also do that depending on what color scheme you are using. But here I just did a bright pink to create a base. Now I'm just drawing two little triangles above my eyebrows and filling it in with that same bright pink. Don't worry, you can be really rough with this. I'm just concealing my eyebrows, just with a bit of concealer, not completely hiding it. The purpose of this concealer is so the purple eyeshadow that we're packing on top of the brows really retains its pigment and stays that nice bright color. If you were to skip out on the concealer and you did have darker eyebrows, the purple probably wouldn't show through. So this is just a quick hack to overcome that, and you don't really require any skill at all. I'm just using a pencil brush and filling in the brow like I would normally. Now I know it's looking a little bit weird and basic, but we're going to spice things up. This is just the base, I guess. Using black shadow, I'm going to be pressing that very close to my lower lash line. Feel free to use a pencil eyeliner to do this. I'm just using eyeshadow because it was right in front of me, but whatever you guys find convenient. Now I'm using the same eyeliner I used before to outline the shape. Don't be nervous when doing this part, just do it as best as you can and try and maintain a steady hand. But don't worry, you can always clean it up if you mess up. I'm being quite rough here. As you can see, my lines aren't crazy neat or even in thickness, but all I'm trying to say is this is super beginner friendly and you don't have to be overwhelmed with the whole neatness of everything. Using the lipstick, we're going to create a nose. Now I'm going to be grabbing some glitter and glitter glue and filling this area with the glitter just to give it that little oomph. But I wanted to tell you guys, if you don't have a loose glitter, you can always just use a shimmery eyeshadow. Glitter will just take it to a whole new level. I'm just filling that shape with glue very generously. And then picking up the glitter on the same brush and just packing it down. Next, I'm going to be moving on to lashes. The lashes I'm using today are Aditimakeup, and the magnetic eyeliner is also from Aditimakeup. I'm going to be using this style Hypnotize. It's so cool. It matches the vibe of the look. Look at the packaging. This is what the lashes look like. Really pretty and fluffy. I'm going to be creating a small liner with the magnetic eyeliner. I'm just going to be creating tiny strokes and pretty much lining like my upper lash line just above it, and this will help like make the look more defined as well. I'm adding a super generous amount, getting very close to my natural lashes because that's where the false lash will sit, so make sure you guys do that. I'm just going to be popping the lash on. Literally as easy as that. And I'll just let it sit there a sec before adjusting it. But how good is that, guys? Like, literally, what? I like to go in with my fingers and just like press the lash to the glue. And this side as well. And that's lashes done. Like, I just can't believe how incredibly seamless this process is. Like, I've been using these lashes for months now and I still have to be like, wait, is this legit? Because it's so good. It's hard to believe. It's like as strong as like normal eyelash glue, which is like super rare. See how like that brings the whole look together? Now I'm using that black liquid liner and going over the thin black lines that we drew before as an outline. What this is going to do is it's going to define the entire look. It's going to define that shape that we've got going. And also if there's any glitter that's like come out of the lines, it's going to clean it up because glitter can be a bit messy. So I think this step is really, really essential. And as you can see here, I'm trying to be a bit more careful than before. Okay, so using a black eyeliner now, I'm going to be defining the lower lash line area, and I did this before with eyeshadow, but I just felt it wasn't dark enough, so don't hesitate to like redefine your layers if that makes sense, because sometimes they can get a bit lost. Now I'm just using a light purple eyeshadow to contour. Now I'm just kind of creating a bit of like a shadow under the eye, essentially in the corners of the shape, so it kind of gives it a bit of depth and it looks like you've tried more, but all you have to do is literally pick up a black eyeshadow and just tap it in the outer corner, inner corner and the bottom of the shape, and it just gives a bit of depth and dimension. So how I do my Halloween looks is I just keep adding details until I'm happy. If you guys can see, I'm just adding a bit of black to the contoured areas just to give it a bit of dimension again. It's honestly just the small details which make a look realistic, and so this is what I always go for with my Halloween looks. Now using my Makiage highlighter in the shade Good as Hell, I'm just highlighting some areas like my chin, the upper parts of my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose and in the center of my forehead, and going in with some black eyeliner because I feel like that shadow that I used was not dark enough, and I'm redefining the tips of the look, so the top of those two horn looking things, the sides of my lips, and as well as the under eye area. You guys can totally just leave this look as is and wear it to your Halloween events, but I am going to go a little bit extra and add some more details. This is the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor Zero, so it's like a pure white. What I'm going to do is, using a really thin brush, I'm going to give this area some highlights, and I'll show you what I mean. See that? See how it's just made everything look so much more detailed? Now this can be a little tricky if it's your first time, but you need to apply very, very light pressure. This is not an essential step, but it definitely does make the biggest difference. I'm kind of just doing the upper parts of the look, so where light would hit, I guess, and certain areas which I feel like are looking too bare or my lines aren't neat enough, I just put a really thin white line there, and then it looks all effortless and like there's light hitting there, so that's why it's not perfect. But basically this is a life hack when you don't have a super steady hand, and trust me, it makes such a difference. Okay, now you can call it here, but I'm just adding some details to my neck, like that little clown frill thing that clowns have. I don't know what it's called, but basically I'm drawing two straight lines kind of like in line with my nose and filling the center part in with pink eyeshadow. I'm not like making this super pigmented, I kind of just want it to be like a dust of color, and then the two outer parts I'm using purple that I used before on my eyelids, and this just ties everything together, and I think it looks really, really pretty with the pink hair. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. Really, really easy. If you want to see some super hyper Halloween looks, you can check out my Instagram because I got some crazy ones there, but this is a beginner friendly tutorial. You guys don't have to do much drawing, you don't have to have many products. And yeah, I hope it was easy to follow. If you do recreate this look, please do tag me in your recreations. I can't wait to see them. I hope you guys find this helpful, and I will see you in my next video. Hope you guys have a happy Halloween.